Getting it already. Hi, you guys. Are you here? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hi, Alicia. Thank you for being here. Hey, you guys. Welcome aboard. Happy Wednesday. I hope you guys have been having an amazing Wednesday so far. I hope that you guys can hear me. If you can put in the chat where you are on from. Hi, Alicia. Hi, Blessed Budgets by Abigail. Hey, Abigail. How are you? How are you guys doing today? I don't know what part of the world you guys are in, but it is hot here in California, okay? It is so hot. All right. Thank you, Abigail. So we have New Orleans in the house. Peacemaker. Hello. We got Baltimore in the house. Christine, I've never been to Baltimore and I'm going to make it there one day in life. I am going to make it. Hi, Cassandra. I am so happy that you have been able to join alive as well. Um, Abigail, you are in MD. Is that Maryland? I think that's Maryland, right? Excuse me if it's not. All right, let's see. New York, Alicia. Yes, I've been to New York, but I was 21 years old and I need to go back now that I am 41 years old. Pennsylvania, awesome. Columbus, hey. All right. By the way, this is Barbie Amica from my future budgeting channel. Okay, yes. From your future budgeting channel. I love that, Barbie Amica. I love that name. Hey, 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 Maria. Yes, 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 yes. Maryland, yes. I really should go there one day. Denise, the ATL, I'm always in Atlanta. Lord, you would think I live there. But I haven't been in a while though. It's I think the last time I went was maybe 2 years ago. I always wonder, like, can I live here? Can I live here? Wow. Zanaya, pretty name. Hello, hello. Virginia, okay, Maryland, yes. Texas, High Rose. Everyone's moving on over to Texas. I would love to move to Texas, but to be honest, I am scared to move to Texas because I can't deal with the weather that you guys have. But if I was able to endure that, I probably would move to Texas, like for real. Georgia, KD. I see a lot of people here from the DMV area, right? Y'all need a meetup, right? I love that. Yes, I love that. I love that. I think you guys should definitely do it. Louisiana is in the house. Missouri is in the house. Yes. Texas is hot, but those I don't know what they get, tornadoes or the other ones, whatever it is that they get that I see on Instagram. So I'm not sure if that's really true or how often that is. But yeah, I don't know if I could do it. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I do apologize. Last week, I didn't come on live because it was like my last week of work. And so I was really trying to close everything out. And honestly, I didn't get a chance to read my chapters. And so it was going to be very hard for me to go live. So I am officially not working. I'm not laid off until October, but I don't have to go into work, up until that date. So I'm officially just kind of getting into the swing of things. And right now it kind of feels like I'm just on like PTO, like I'm on vacation. Because it wasn't uncommon that I would, take days off. So it really hasn't set in yet, but it's kind of starting to set in, to be honest with you. I'm not getting nervous, but I am just kind of like, okay, God, this is really happening, So that's that. So let's see. Born and raised in Texas, one of the best places to live. I know, I know. I'd be seeing on Instagram like you guys are coming up. I don't know if it's Houston or which part of Texas, but yeah, a lot of people are moving there. All right, guys. So get your books open. Atomic Habits. So we read chapters 8 through 10. Let me know if you guys were able to read the chapters. Put a 1 in the chat if you were able to read. Put a 2 in the chat if you were not able to read. I would love to know kind of, how much I may need to explain something. We read the second law and it talked about making it attractive. So, yes, please put a 1 in the chat if you were able to read, and please put a 2 in the chat if you were not able to read the chapters. We read the second law, make it attractive, and it was chapters 8 through 10. So, let's see. I don't see any numbers going in the chats. So I just want to make sure everything is working right. Let me see because I don't see any. I listened to the whole book. Okay. So Christine listened to the entire book. Okay. Two, Zanaya wasn't able to read. No worries, no worries. We're going to talk about it all here. So good. So Christine, you'll be able to help. You got up to chapter 9. Okay, so chapter 9 is good though. You still have a good substance of what we're going to talk about today. So you guys are still putting in the numbers. Denise says, I've been listening to the audiobook for a while. I will retain more by reading. Yeah, I agree. Some people was talking to me about like audiobooks, and I've never tried reading an audiobook, but I don't know how that works. To me, I think I would zone out and just start thinking of something else because I always have something in the background playing or running as I'm working. So I think me listening to an audiobook will cause me to zone out, but I don't know. I will try it one day. Let's see. So Cassandra, too, I have read the book before. Amazing. Awesome. Good. So then you guys can kind of chime in on this conversation. So what I'm going to do, the book has more content. Okay, perfect. Good to know. So we're going to start with chapter 8. And chapter 8 was titled How to Make a Habit Irresistible. Okay, so how can you get to the point where you're just like, I want to achieve A. So I'm not sure if you guys remember 2 weeks ago when we talked about we got in our minds the thing it is that we want to change or the habits that we want to create. And like, for example, one for me was being on time, right? So how to make the habit of being on time or the habits that I need to create in order to be on time irresistible. We could also talk about finances as well. I probably will heavily talk about that more. So we could talk about debt. If you guys haven't seen my last video, I was super excited because I have paid off a lot of debt within the last year. The number is, I think I have about 7,900 almost. Well, I have about 8,000. I really crunched the numbers today. I have 8,000. Oops. Because I had to call, if you guys are caught up, I had to call Fidelity so that I could see what was going on with my 401k. And I actually owe a little bit more than what I thought I did. It's only like a couple $100, but I owe 8,000. Oh, shoot, where is it? $8,194.18. So that's what I owe now, left in phase one. So I want to talk more about like, because a lot of people, I've been seeing them saying like they want to pay off debt or they want to save money. However, they haven't been able to stay on track with it. So I want to talk about how you can stay on track or how you can build that habit of paying off debt and not stopping, and how you can do the things to make it irresistible, right? Or even saving money or budgeting as well. So I want to make sure that we get into that for sure. All right, let's see. Christine, I have a lot of driving. What I Oh, you drive a lot. Um, I think driving, so I don't have time to read, only listening. Okay, awesome. I was watching your video about how much you have paid off. You really knocked out a lot of money. Yes, and it was crazy because I just really didn't think, but there were some things that I did that made me remain consistent in paying off that debt. And one of the things that chapter 8 talked about is the dopamine driven feedback loop, or the dopamine effect. Okay. Um, we the chapters that we're reading is the second law of behavior change. So it talks about making it attractive, and the more attractive an opportunity is, the more likely it is to become habit forming. So for myself, one of the things, and I've talked about this before, one of the things that I needed to do when it came to budgeting was for me to have an attractive budget book in order for me to budget. I know it sounds crazy, but that's what I personally needed to do in order to like the habit of budgeting. So let's talk about that. So in this chapter, the dopamine effect, or making this thing attractive, what are some of the things that you guys have done, or what are some of the things that you would like to do to create or to make your habit attractive? So I want you guys to put that in the chat. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, I want to create one that I can offer because a lot of people do ask me about it. But yeah, what are some of the habits that you do? I know when it comes to like working out, what some people will do is they'll buy cute workout clothes because that will motivate them to go to the gym and work out. So let's see. Not crazy when you enjoy beautiful things. Right? It's not crazy. It's not crazy. No, it's not. It works, right? So if you guys can kind of put in the chat, what are some of the things that you have done, or what are some of the things that you can do to make your habit attractive? If you guys can put that in the chat so we can get some conversation around that. Hi, Cheryl. Welcome on. Hello, hello. So, Cheryl, just to catch you up, we are on chapter 8, How to Make Your Habit Irresistible. And we are talking about how to make your habit attractive. That's the second law of the behavior change, is to make it attractive. The more attractive an opportunity is, the more likely it becomes habit forming. So, um, I'm just seeing if anyone has anything to add in the chat of what you have done, or what you'd like to do to make it attractive for you. It says if you want to increase, I'm reading on page 104. If you want to increase the odds that a behavior will occur, then you will need to make it attractive. Throughout our discussion in the second law, our goal is to learn how to make your habits irresistible. So let's see. Thank you, Abigail. So Abigail says, I put a candle on when I read books and it makes the atmosphere romantic. Ooh, I love that. I love that. I might have to try that. I might have to try that. I was going to buy a book light, and buy some like book accessories to help me want to read, because like I've never been a reader, and I'm starting to pick up the habit of reading. One, because I'm hosting a book fair, and then two, I'm also reading another book with my church, and so it's causing me to read, but I'm starting to enjoy it. So I was like, what if I buy, like, I bought these little I needed paper clips, not paper clips, like bookmarks, because I was just using paper, and I got these little bookmarks from where I get these from, Amazon. And I was like, oh, okay, it's gonna make it easy, because I was tired of using just a piece of paper to hold my pages together. But I love that. I might have to try that, Abigail. I might steal that. Let's see. Denise says, would keep my gym clothes in the car, and before going home, I would also walk to the park and have lunch at the park. I like that. I like that. Getting outside and having like some fresh air. That's really good. That makes it definitely something that you can't resist and you want to continue to do it. So, and kind of looking at chapter, let's see, this chapter is chapter 8, the summary. Let's see, which is basically what we're talking about. So, I like that. So it says, when it comes, I'm reading on page 106. When it comes to habits, the key takeaway is this: dopamine is released not only when you experience pleasure, but also when you anticipate it. I'll tell you, when I was as I'm still on the journey to paying off my debt, one of the things that I would always say, and if you've been here for a while, you've heard me say it: fall in love with the process. Fall in love with the process. I had to stop looking at the end, and I had to fall in love and get excited about making monthly payments. I started to romanticize doing small things and seeing the result at the end. So I got excited, which it talks about here, anticipating. I anticipated making my monthly payments because I knew in 6 months, I want to know, like, I'm excited to see how much I would have paid down. In 9 months, in a year, how much would I would have been able to do. Now, I didn't hit my mark. My mark was 1 year. I still have $8,000 left, but I'm still happy and excited with the progress. And I was anticipating the dopamine effect that I would get from being able to make a snowball debt payment. So I would definitely, that's, pretty much what I did. And I never really looked at the end, to be honest. I never did. And, let's see. Rose, I have beautiful bedding and linens to encourage me to go to bed earlier. Oh, I love that. Really? Yes, I love that. I wish I knew how to make a bed nice. It's like not easy. I love that. I love that. And does it work, Rose? Does it work for you? Are you able to go to bed earlier by having these things? Cheryl, T and tracking expenses is the goal. Okay, so that's the goal for you. So you're saying you want to track your expenses. So by making you a cup of tea, you'll track your expenses. And I love that in the same chapter, it talks about is this the one? Yeah, habit stack. It talks about temptation bundling. So for you sorry. And let me tell you guys what temptation bundling is if you are not aware. So temptation bundling works by linking an action you want to do with an action you need to do. So Cheryl, you would say, after I track, no, excuse me, I'm gonna go to number 2. As I am drinking my tea, I will track my expenses, because drinking your tea is what you want to do, and tracking your expenses is what you need to do. So that's really good. I love that. I love that. Thank you, Abigail. All right, Maria, I can't remember which chapter, but he gave me an idea to be more on top of taking my medications. It's a good one. I put my medications on my coffee bar and I have been consistent ever since. Yes, I can't remember what chapter that is either, or make it was it attainable? I don't remember either, but if you make it visible, let's just say that's what it is. If you make it visible and you make it easy and you put your need in a place where you normally are, you will more likely continue with that habit. So you know that you need to take your medication. So if you're in your you go to your bathroom every day, so you put it in there, or like you said, you put it by your coffee bar. And if you drink coffee every day, boom, it's right there. Boom, you just take it, and that works wonders. But make sure you guys have it in the right place. I will tell you, because I had did the same thing, but I put my vitamins on my sink. Even though I would go to the bathroom every day, I would ignore the vitamins sitting there. So it really didn't work for me. So I was talking to a friend, and I was like, I mean, I'm in my bathroom for like literally 2 seconds and I'm gone. So they were like, where do you spend most of your time? And I said, well, most of the time in my office. So they were like, so then you need to put them in your office. So I was like, oh. So that's what I started doing, and definitely taking the vitamins. So yes, thank you for sharing that, Maria. Oh, you do go to bed early. Okay, Rose. I love it. I love it. So Cassandra says, I put nice jazz music and candles in the morning so I can wake up at 5:30 every day and be productive, kind of romanticizing my morning. I love that. Now that I am not working, I've been getting up a little bit later, and I really don't want to do that. I want to get up still at 5 a.m. or 5:30. I like the 5:30 time in the morning so that I can be productive and I'm not wasting time. I have not been a late sleeper really. So I think that is really good, and I'm going to try that. I'm going to try putting on music. I usually will put on I'll put on YouTube, and but I think I like the jazz music and the candles. Try that, Cassandra. Thank you for sharing. That is good. So let's see, we're at 5:23. I have a hard stop today, guys. I have a meeting at 6 o'clock, so I'm gonna have to have a hard stop at like 5:50. So it'll be a little bit of a shorter live today. So let's go over to chapter 9. So this is the role of family and friends in shaping your habits. I thought that this was a really good chapter because if you guys have ever heard friends, what do they say? Birds of a feather flock together. That is so, 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 so true, I believe. So on page 116, the author writes, behaviors are attractive when they help us fit in. We imitate the habits of three groups in particular. So the first one is the close, the second one is the many, and the third one, or the third group, is the powerful. So each group offers an opportunity to leverage the second law of behavior change and make our habits more attractive. So imitating the close. So this one of the most effective things you can do is build better habits is to join a culture where your desired behavior is normal behavior. One of the things that I definitely had to do was shut the noise of when I first started budgeting and save money and all that stuff. I stopped hanging. Well, I'm not gonna say I stopped hanging out with people who weren't doing the same things, but I had to stop allowing certain conversations to happen because I knew that it was a trigger for me. And I would also, there were times where I even had to say, like, hey, I don't want to talk about shopping, because that was something that was a joy of mine to do. And many times I would spend money that I didn't have to, do all that stuff. So I would stop having conversations about shopping. I didn't want to hear, like, every single time we talked, we're talking about clothes and shoes and those type of things that weren't going to steer me in the direction that I wanted to go. And I would binge watch. This is probably more so the powerful, but I would binge watch and follow those people that I wanted to be more like. I wanted to be more like the savers. I wanted to be the budgeting person. And so I would watch them and I would want to be more like them because those were the habits that I wanted to obtain. So my question is, when it comes to your close circle, Are you hanging around or are you around the people who already obtain the behaviors that you would like or the habits that you want to build? I really want to talk about that. I really want to talk about that. I want to see that in the chat. I have my water bottle sitting on coffee shelf so that I can drink my intake. I like that too, Rose. April says, I've invested in several budget books and apps and tried them. The thing that has worked best for me is simply a spiral A5 paper notebook because it fits in my purse and it's always with me. I agree. That's what I started with, April. I started with a line paper and I created a budget book. Yes, I sure did. Abigail, I am always alone. Work is taking up all my time. Work will do that, okay? They will take up all of your time. Lord, they will. Well, God, yes, God is with you. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. So if you guys can put in the chat, are you guys hanging with, do you feel like you are hanging around the people who display the desired habits that you want to have? Like, are you hanging out with those people? I will say I personally am. I'm definitely hanging around people who want to well, I do hang around people who are on time. That's for sure. Because that's one of the things that I'm working on. And a lot of people are on time. And crazy enough, like my daughter's always on time. Like I don't know where she got it from, but she did not get it from me at all. She loves to be on time. She gives herself enough time to get dressed. She gives herself enough time to get exactly where she's going with time. So she will get to wherever she's going ahead of time, and she just doesn't like being late. And I think that she gets it, honestly, let me take it back. I think she gets it from my mother because she's like that. Me, I get it from my lateness from my father. Yeah. But I'm changing that and I'm working on being on time. And I will say I have been on time. Yes, I'm excited about that. To the places that matter, I've been on time. Let's see. Well, I'm retired until yes, let's give it up for Rose. She is totally debt free and retired at 55. Oh my goodness, you are living, okay? You are living. Let me say, I would love to be where you are. You are young and debt free and retired. Oh my goodness. That is amazing. That is amazing. Tell us, what did you do? We want to know. What did you do to be debt free and retired at 55? Oh my goodness. We got some wisdom on this live, y'all. We want to know. I know I do. I do. I want to know. I have, Maria, I have most amazing, inspiring, and encouraging people in my life. That is amazing. I will admit, I did remove myself from some people, outgrew. I wanted different things in life for the better. Yeah. And if, the people that we're rocking with, if they don't want to make those same adjustments and changes, believe it or not, they will pull us down. It just is what it is. It's the honest truth. And so, yes, I'm with you on that. Everyone, don't forget to like the video. Oh, yes. Thank you. Please like the video. Thank you. Well, we waiting on Rose to tell us what we need to do. Okay. Because we have some wisdom on this live and I love it. I love it. I love it. This is where we talk about hanging around the people who are doing the things that we want to do. This is the community, this is the close circle, this is the it's probably not the many, but this is like the close and the powerful. So we want to know, we want to glean from you, and we love to be in this circle. Like, what is it that we can do to level up like that, because that's how I'm trying to level up. I'm trying to level up like that. Yes. All right. All right. All right. All right. Let's see. Hold on one second. All right. So, I'm sorry, you guys. I was getting, let me see, one second. All right. So, let me see. Maria says, one of my good friends is great with money. She runs her own business. She is encouraging for me. That's awesome. That is amazing. Some people are, they have their own businesses, but they're not really the best with money. So that's awesome. I love it. Okay. So Rose is telling us elementary teacher, late hubby was a high earner. Okay. We saved and enjoyed life. I'm now 70 years young. Thank you, ladies. Oh, yes, that is awesome. That is awesome. So save and enjoy life. So saving is definitely something that we should do for sure. When I did call my 401, I was amazed at how much money I have in there. I kind of thought I didn't have anything in there, I guess, because maybe because I have loans, I was like, oh, I don't have no money in there. And so I was like, oh, that's pretty dope. So in the event that I do, run on hard times, but then I'm always thinking about retirement. Like I do want to retire and I don't want to have to keep working because I've seen where there are some people, and like I learn a lot from my mom, like my mom's retired, but there are some people that I see that they have to keep working because they didn't do what they were supposed to do in their younger years, and it's very difficult for them to live now that they're older. So I think that definitely having being debt free, like paying off your home. At first I didn't really believe in paying off your home, but I do believe in it now. And so that will be one of the things that I will definitely work off. It's like paying off my home. When it's time for me to retire, I don't want to owe anybody. I don't want a mortgage. All I want to do is pay utilities and the normal expenses, and that is it. I don't want to have a mortgage. I don't want a car note. I don't want any of it. No, 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 no. Yes, yes, honoring God. So let's see. Margaret, I'm 79 years old, retired, low income. I live a very simple lifestyle. Thank you, Margaret. Yeah, that's one of the things that we definitely can do, live a simple lifestyle and live below our means. Will definitely have us in a very comfortable place as well. That's good. Paychecks and prayers. Hi. I think I just started following you on Instagram. I think so. I think so. Hi, my friend. This is definitely balance to everything. Yeah, there is balance to everything, but pumping the brakes can be difficult, but it all boils down to discipline. I just finished a 100 envelope challenge to contribute $5,050. Yes, it's balance is for sure important. Um, for some of you guys who know, and she is contributing that $5,050 towards debt. Some of you guys will know that there was a time where I didn't have balance and I was so focused on one side of the pendulum. I was just like, okay, budget, not buying anything. And then I got into a space where I had withdrawals because there was no balance in my life. I believe in balance. I believe in enjoying life. I believe in traveling. I believe in enjoying your moments, enjoying your family. And that is going to require you to spend money, save money and do that. I was listening to oh shoot, what is her name? She's on YouTube. Can't think of her name right now, but she was saying that one of her friends had they her and her her friend and her daughter had went on a trip out of the country, and she was saying that she couldn't really, meaning the friend couldn't really afford the trip, but she went anyway. And when she came back, I think life was happening and the friend ended up passing away. And I was like, oh my goodness, like I'm glad that she was able to. Now, I do believe that once you leave this earth, you don't have any knowledge of what happened on this earth. But I'm glad that she was able to do that. And she was able to give her daughter that memory of them going out of town and out of the country, instead of saying, like, oh, I didn't get a chance to do this or with, my loved one, or I didn't get a chance to do that with my loved one. So I really do not subscribe to the um thought or the idea of, just doing nothing and waiting until you retire. And once you retire, it's like you just want to relax and do whatever you want to do. That's just my personal opinion. I don't know how I got on that. Let me see. Can't wait to unstuff it and deposit it. I know you cannot. Congratulations. That is amazing. Savings challenges have changed our lives for the better. Let me tell you, savings challenges are the GOAT. That's where we talk about making it attractive, and making it irresistible. That's what savings challenges do. And that's how we get into the habit of saving money, because those savings challenges are attractive and it's irresistible. It's like you have to save. It's so much fun also. Like, definitely. What advice would you give? I pay off credit card balance and run it up again. So if you don't have the discipline, Island Fly Gal, what I would recommend that you do is, well, there's a couple different recommendations. Number one, if you don't plan on using your credit or anything, I would actually just close the account, because it sounds as though you don't really have the discipline to remain debt free. So I would close the account, or I would just cut up the credit cards. So you still have the account open, but you cutting up the credit card, you're not going to use it. Or you can take your credit cards out of your purse. So when you are going on about your daily life, your credit cards are not in your purse and you're using cash if you can. But those are the three things that I would do. One of the three: A, close the account altogether, or B, cut up the credit cards and you don't even have access to a physical card, or C, just take the credit cards out of your purse. And when you're going about your day, then you can definitely use them, or not use them, excuse me, and use cash. So I hope that that helps. I hope that that helps. Financially, I have learned to start where I am and work up to my financial vision to where I want to be. I agree with you, Sharon, 100%. We have to start where we are and take baby steps or big steps, whatever steps we can take. But, take that step that applies to us so that we can make some financial um, gains for sure. I miss your Monday night prayer time. I have it on my calendar every Monday at 9 a.m. still. I probably will start doing it again. It's Monday. It was Mondays at 6 a.m. in the morning. So I might have to bring that back, April. I might have to bring that back for sure. Dave Ramsey says to save $1,000 to and pay off debts, but I am saving and paying off debts at the same time. You always need to be prepared. I agree, Maria. I did save 1,000, and then I was paying off the debt, but then I was saving and paying off debt at the same time. I mean, it just depends on what you personally want to do. For me, I needed to do both because of the situation I'm in now. So, like, if I would have, spent everything on debt, I would have no cash, right? So, I mean, I don't want to live off my credit cards. Heck no. So, it's just, it's a personal preference, for sure. Love watching all of your videos and always have you in my prayers. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. The prayers of the righteous availeth much, and prayer is powerful. It is powerful, and it is like so freeing. I just love being in the presence of God and just praying and knowing that, He is our provider. Oh, I can get started, y'all. I can get started. He is our waymaker. I think one of the reasons why I'm not like down for losing my job is because my provider is Jesus Christ, and He is going to take care of me. And He didn't bring me this far just to say, "All right, I got you here. You get yourself to the next step." Mm-mm. And I have faith as small as a mustard seed for real. Oh, you're welcome, Denise. You are welcome. I know you love them. My daughters and I enjoy traveling in-state and internationally. Turks and Caicos in 2023 was awesome. I bet it was. I know it was. That's amazing. Me and my daughter don't really travel, and I think that that's something that I do want to start doing with her. I do kind of regret, or I don't know if that's the right word, but I do regret that I didn't travel with her as a child. And we didn't have like yearly trips and things like that. I do regret that as a mother, and just helping her to explore the different states and things like that, and even outside of the country. So one thing that I do want to do is now with my granddaughter, my daughter and my granddaughter travel for sure. We've already done our first trip to my mom. Well, we went to go visit my mother, and it was my granddaughter's first time on the plane and everything. So these things are important. And so that is something that I definitely regret not doing, and I do want to start doing, because we don't have any of those memories. She doesn't have any of that growing up as a child. She can't say like, "Oh, I remember me and my mom went here, and me and my mom went there, and me and my mom." She doesn't have those memories, and that sucks that I didn't. I didn't do that. I've learned to only spend what is planned in my expenses and not get off track to spend what is not planned. Yes, that is awesome for sure. I started going, I started doing the money envelope system after watching your videos. I have no debt. Yeah. I have saved a lot. Yes, using the cash envelope system definitely helps big time, like big, 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 big time. I don't think I will ever not do it. Whenever I do not use cash, my finances are a hot mess, just a hot mess. Yep. Put the credit cards in the freezer. I have definitely heard of people do that as well. Freeze your credit cards. Using cash is probably the best idea. Yeah. Using cash is awesome. Some people put the cards in the freezer to avoid using it. Yep. What do you think about financial education classes in college? Do you mean like taking them? I think that is good. Yeah, any way that you can increase your knowledge, I think is good, and that is no matter what it is. Um, I am not the person who does not believe in um like furthering your education, even though there may be a cost to it. Definitely, I think that whenever we do pay for education, that we should use it to increase our income for sure. Um, what is your opinion about financial literacy? Yeah, I believe that everyone should seek financial knowledge, and that's, I'm not sure if you're talking about like um what do people do, like investing and all those kind of things, but my opinion is that everyone should have financial literacy for sure. Everyone from children. I believe that what we don't do in our homes is teach our children about money early. And I think that we should. I think that it is the responsibility of the parents in the home that they live in for us to teach them early. I believe in putting away money for our children. That was also something I did not do as a mother, and that's why I do everything that I basically do now to teach my daughter about finances and about budgeting and about being debt free and about having credit. I taught her that in her later years, but right now she doesn't have any debt and she's actually scared of debt. But I'm teaching her how to use debt, and how to save money, and how to. I want her to get somewhere. Right now, she's in school, but I want her to get somewhere where she can start building her retirement for when she gets ready to retire. Because Lord knows what the world is going to be like then at that time. But yes, I believe that everyone should teach in their homes. I wish that they would bring it back to the schools. Highly doubt it, but I believe it's yeah. I think that's what you're asking. Thank you, Rose. Yes, he will. He will take care of all of us. Yes, it lasts forever for sure. Don't forget to remove the credit cards off of Amazon and any other online apps that you pay through. I agree with that too. Yeah, first of all, I never put my credit cards on there because I don't know. I'm kind of like a little old school with that kind of stuff. I'm like, don't put my credit card, don't save it, none of that, because I don't know what these systems be doing. But yes, the convenience of having those credit cards saved is like detrimental, right? Because you don't have to get up and go to your wallet, and so I agree, Christine. Yes, remove it for sure. I forgot about that part. Yeah, go on and take it off. Yep. That's good. That's good. That's good. So now question, imitating the powerful. So here it talked about just imitating high status people, people that you kind of want to imitate and things like that. That can be like on your social media. So depending on like the people that you follow on YouTube, the people that you follow on any social media platform, um, and getting a just gaining influence from them as well. So now this is what I want to talk about for the last oh, we got a couple minutes. So how to find and fix the causes of your bad habits. Okay, so where do your cravings come from? So we talked about how to make it attractive, how to make it irresistible. We talked about hanging around people who will help you to develop these habits that you want. But how about how to actually find and fix the causes of your bad habits? So if you are not a saver, if you do not, it's hard for you to budget, or it's hard for you to pay off debt and develop those great financial habits, how to reprogram your brain and enjoy hard habits, because it's not the easiest thing. It sounds easy, but it's not the easiest thing um to pay all of your bills on one day, or it's not the easiest thing to expense track every single day, or to not spend. Like if you want to do a no spend challenge, it's not the easiest thing to do a no spend challenge, and all these challenges, the saving challenges and things like that. So what I love about this is something that I have actually been doing, but the crazy thing is I didn't know that I was doing something good, right? So it talks about on page 130, you can make hard habits more attractive if you can learn to associate them with a positive experience. Sometimes all you need is a slight mindset shift. For instance, we often talk about everything we have to do in a given day, but you have to wake up early for work. You have to make another sales call for your business. You have to cook dinner for your family. Now, imagine changing just one word. You don't have to, but you get to. You get to wake up early for work. You get to make another sales call for your business. You get to cook dinner for your family. By simply changing one word, you shift the way you view each event. You transition from seeing these behaviors as burdens and turn them into opportunities. Reframing your habits to highlight their benefits rather than drawbacks is a fast and lightweight way to reprogram your mind and make a habit seem more attractive. And really quick, one more paragraph I want to read. On page 131, it talks about finance. Saving money is often associated with sacrifice. However, you can associate it with freedom rather than limitation if you realize one simple truth: living below your current means, increasing your future means, right? The money you save this month increases your purchasing power next month. So just saying, I get to save money, I get to pay off debt. Just really changing that mind frame is amazing. One of the things that I had to say to myself is, I get to pray, I get to go to church. And there are some areas where that's just not an easy thing to just get up and do these things. So, like, I get to go to work. Like right now, I probably would love to say that, right? I get to go to work and be on time, right? So I really loved this part, is reprogramming your brain to enjoy your bad I'm sorry, enjoy hard habits for sure. For sure. Let me see. Where am I at here? Tracy says, just getting in. I'll watch these last few minutes now and watch the replay from beginning later. Hey, Tracy from San Diego. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yes, we get to. So we get the opportunity to budget. We get the opportunity to save money. We get the opportunity to um write in our budget books every day. There was a person, he told a story about a guy who was in a wheelchair, and somebody had made a comment to them, was like, oh, that's pretty, I guess they were saying like it's pretty messed up that you're in a wheelchair. And he was like, no, it's not. It's actually, I'm excited and happy that I have the opportunity to use this wheelchair to be able to improve my life. So I think it's just in the way that we um, change our minds, right? Our the way that we think, it really can make or break the things that we want to do in life. And that's something that we have to really, really, really um, make sure that we understand. Thank you, Paychecks to Prayers. Turning off for now, heading to bed. Love seeing you live and inspiring each other. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, we are actually, because I have another meeting that I have to get to, but I just want to thank you guys so much for showing up and being here. You guys really, really, really make this amazing. You guys are holding me accountable to read, right? So I love it. So next, we're going to be reading the third law, and we're going to be talking about making it easy. And this is chapters 11 to chapter what chapter is this? Chapter 11 to chapter, hold on, 14. I'm going to put it in the community board, but we're going to be reading the third law, which is make it easy. And this week, I'll do a better job of posting in the community board, like some of the things that I'm reading and asking some of those questions. But if you guys are here for the first time and you don't know, we are reading Atomic Habits by James Clear. And we are changing our habits in order to break bad habits and have good habits. So I just want to thank you guys so much for being here. If you are just tuning in, you can catch the replay. I simply love dining out and taking out, but I want to retain my health, so I garden and enjoy the bounty of my fresh produce. Yes, you get to garden. That is amazing. That is awesome. The wheelchair story is so powerful. Not wheelchair bound, but liberated. Yes, it was. I was like, that's right. I love that part, Denise. Hey, Bessie from Georgia, just got on. Hey, MJ Budgets. We are closing up, but you can catch the replay if you'd like to. Where can I find the community board? Okay, so the community board might say post. So if you go to the page, you'll see, the live tab. You see these different tabs, and you'll see a tab that says community board, or it might say post. And then there you'll be able to see all of the updates. Okay. Thank you, Maria, for being on. Have a great evening. Have a great evening. Don't forget that you can get the book from the library for free. Yes, you can get the book from the library, you guys, as well. So then that way you don't have to spend any money for sure. But I want to thank you guys so much for being here and making this conversation enjoyable. I really do hope, however, that the conversation was helpful. But I will meet you guys here next Wednesday at the same time. All right, you guys, go be great, besties. Peace out.